Hi, it's Paul from Model Build International. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notified of future videos. The link is down there. And today we're going to flick through the pages of one of the previous Nuts and Bolts volumes. This is volume 31 on the Marder 2. Okay, so have a look inside. As I said before, this book covers the Marder 2. It's volume 31 in the series. Starts off, there's some images here of a kit that was built, and there's more info on that towards the back of the book. Starts off going through basically all the text parts of the vehicle. Introduction, basically there was a huge need for self-propelled anti-tank guns in Russia right from the very start of the campaign. So that's where this and other self-propelled guns came from. The development of the gun, it actually started off with a 50mm gun, but there's then obviously upgunned to have the Pak 40 in. Technical description, thickness of the armour, technical data of the Marder 2. Obviously you can see the text is all in German and English. The English translations are perfect. There's no problems with those. The use of Panzerjäger in general. So obviously these vehicles didn't have much armour, so they couldn't stand up to a tank, but they had good anti-tank guns in them. Then we come through and this production and conversion of Panzerjäger 2. Delivery of them to the units, and here you've got a great big list of all the different units that had Marder 2s and when they received vehicles and how many. This is the deployment of them from June 1943. There's a lot of background here on the use of vehicle. This is the authorised organisation of Marder 2 units, exactly what other vehicles you'd expect to see around the Marder 2s and working alongside them. Obviously the organisation changed in 1943 to a new layout. There's a lot of anti-aircraft guns. And then we come through, there's a whole section here going through each unit that had them, when they got vehicles, and unit strengths at any time that are known. Known chassis numbers and units. So if there's certain chassis numbers listed here and the units that they were sent to at various points and the model numbers. There's a lot of information here all the way through the Panzer divisions. Not just the Panzer divisions, all the way down to infantry divisions, SS divisions, and there's, as you can see, there's photographs all the way through. Captions are in English and German as before, and all these photographs are usually pretty good, and they all are well described. Marder 2 using infrared devices, that'll be a new one. A conclusion of the use of basically the Marder 2. Basically it's thought of as a good gun, but armour was sadly lacking. That was its biggest problem. Camouflage and markings, museum vehicles that are left today. Then come over to modelling. This is I think this book was made in 2013, I think, for Christmas 2013. So these are the kits that were available and accessories at that time. Then come down to acknowledgements. Bibliography, 36 primary references used. And then we come on to the, which for modelers will be the meat of the book. Loads of black and white photographs of the vehicles. And there's a really good description of all of them, starting with the gun that was used, the Pak 40. And then go in the foreground, a Panzer 2, which is converted into a Panzerjäger with a 50mm gun. It goes all the way through describing all the different, there's the engine, gearbox, interior views, storage and stowage. And as you go through these, you'll see what the vehicles look like when they're in use. And sometimes little idiosyncrasies to certain things. There's a picture in here somewhere of a vehicle with the tracks mounted in 2 different directions. One track is pointing one way, one's pointing the other. You see how the tarpaulins were fitted, how the crew used them, ammunition storage, how they, when you want to do weathering, where exactly would the weathering appear? Where do the dust stains accumulate? Where do you see other sorts of weathering and staining? There's all sorts of different photographs in here, in different weathers, winter camouflage, summertime. That one absolutely covered in trees, covered in parts of buildings since it's in an urban environment. There's just loads and loads and loads of photographs. So you can see completely round the vehicle, stowage. Basically, it's a complete reference. Everything you might need to look at inside a Marder 2 is in here somewhere. I'm down to training vehicles with bottled gas on the back. We come down to 1/35th scale drawings. There's the 5cm Pak 38 version that I mentioned at the start. Now come up to the early Marder 2s, and the late version Marder 2s, and then there's 3D views from above and to the side, and the SF, close-ups of the suspension. Now come on to colour plates. These are made from photographs that appear earlier. So in this S56, if I go to page 56, I'll see that photograph, and this is a colour interpretation of that photograph. So there's a bunch of these going through different winter camouflage and so on. What the ammunition should look like. And now we get on to the surviving vehicles, photographs of surviving vehicles. And you can see here there's, was that 1, 2, 3, there's 7 collections have vehicles. One of them has 2 in fact. So there's loads of photographs here of colour photographs of vehicles that are in museums. And a lot of them really get into close up and you can see things you'd never normally see. And there's both external, internal. You can see there's all sorts of details here that you don't see on anything except a manual for the vehicle. So where the radios goes, this is what the radios look like if they were to be fitted. Close-ups of the engine, gauges, radiators, more radios. What the ammunition comes in. Then some builds of a couple of Marder 2s at the back here, going through, I think these are Dragon kits, going through basically the build sequence. Obviously these are pretty good quality builds. And these ones have, or this particular one has side plates replaced with photo etch, a lot of extra detail added onto that one. Then we come to the end. So basically we got 177 pages. And basically everything you might ever want to know about a Marder 2 is in here somewhere.